In this video, I'm going to show you what to expect when playing back multiple high-resolution cameras like 4K and 4 megapixel on your standalone NVR, and while also playing back smart detection rules. Every NVR has certain capabilities in terms of how many cameras it can play back, especially when they're high resolution. So this NVR here is a 4K NVR, and I have in live view mode 3 cameras added. It may look like they're the same camera, but they're actually 3 different ones with 3 different rules. You'll see that these lines here are a little bit different on each. Now I've recorded video here. I'm going to go into search to go and pull up the video playback, and on these 3 cameras, the first 3 for this day, I've recorded some footage on here. For example, I can hit pause, and I see that these brownish markers are for IVS. While I was talking, the NVR read the video information from the hard drive and actually is alerting me that the third camera has over decodability. We have an article that discusses what that is, and it relates to how many cameras an NVR can decode and display properly. So, as far as video data only is concerned, and since these are 2 4K cameras that are 8 megapixel each, and this NVR can only play back or display in live view mode up to 16 megapixels total, these 2 8 megapixel cameras are taking up that allotted quota, so all I'm left with is a blank screen. First, you need to understand that you can only play back 2 4K cameras at a time on a standalone NVR, depending on the model number you have, and then even then higher level NVRs still have trouble playing back multiple 4K cameras because of the amount of data that's being read and written to at the same time. Keep in mind, an NVR has many operations. They're usually called pentaplex because they are not only serving you data while you're playing it back, they're also writing data from camera streams in live view mode that you're not seeing here right now, but if I were to go in live view, I'll see my video data there too. So there's bottlenecks because of mechanical limitations due to hard drives. So when I try to play back, I'm going to show you those mechanical limitations here. When I'm playing back, let's say these 3 cameras, which only 2 are going to show up properly, I am going to fast forward, and let's see what happens. My timeline here, it's moving. I can see my markers here jumping a little bit and going through. So video only data seems fine. I'm able to play back these 2. There is jumpiness in the video because I'm fast forwarding, and I'm approaching now my IVS rules or smart detection rules. As I approach them, you'll see that the IVS rules didn't really line up with the action that was happening. So I'm going to stop it, play again, and go back where I was, kind of near there, and let's try to do 4 times playback. Watch the person move by the camera, and you'll notice that the boxes are not lining up with the person. And that's because on top of the video data, the camera is trying to put in these vectors on top of the person that has recorded, and it's kind of trying to do too many things at one time. You can't expect that when you're trying to play back multiple cameras in a grid. This is just to fast forward through to find a moment of interest, and once you have, then select only one camera. You need to first stop the video, and then select only one camera from that day and play it back. And then comb through that video in fast forward, and it will be fine. So now you'll see that as I fast forward, as that person moves by, it will be fine. And you can see that rectangle follow that person, and that was okay. Now, the faster you go and do that, the harder it will be for the NVR to overlay the box on top of the person. So this is meant to show you that the multiple channel playback is meant to just kind of get you to a spot for you to go and look at in finer detail using one channel full view mode. You cannot expect a device with a hard drive inside to be able to get so much data and show you. For that, you will need a supersized computer with lots of fast hard drives and RAID, an amazingly fast processor. It's going to cost some big bucks, like upwards of 15 grand, and even then it may even hiccup because the video that's being displayed here is 8 megapixels. It's a lot of video information, and you can't expect everything out of a little box. So that's the goal to understand when you're purchasing a 4K system. Although you're buying cameras with a lot of resolution, there are caveats when you come to playback. Thanks for watching this video.